Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, all of my beautiful friends from the internet. I hope each and every single one of you is doing absolutely spectacular on this fine Tuesday morning, or whenever you happen to be listening to this podcast episode, whether that be morning, evening, or in the night. Welcome to the Reddit Asks Us podcast, the podcast where we read and react to comments from r/Askreddit. I am your host, Luke Dick. Now remember, if you're listening to this podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever else you get your podcast, please go ahead and leave us a rating and also leave us a review. It helps the show get spread, so please go ahead and do that for me, if you will. And remember, you can answer this week's Reddit question by going in Spotify and hitting the most recent episode. And then in the description of the episode below, there should be an ability for you to comment. And I will post your comment and read the comments aloud on the next week's following episode. This is an ad-supported show, so we will take an ad break about 10 minutes into the show after we're done reading the responses or whenever that happens to be. And then we are going to have another one about a little bit further in the show, like 20 minutes in the show after that. Please go ahead and join our subreddit, r/Reddit Asks Us on Reddit, where we have a community going on over there. You can post things all podcast related, and there's a brand new mega thread posted every single week. All right. So, and we also do polls on the show. So let's go ahead and first read off the response or the results from last week's poll. So the last week's poll was, would you rather eat a ravioli filled with Oreo or an Oreo filled with ravioli? And this one kind of won 75 to 25%. Oreo filled with ravioli. I mean, I kind of get that. I feel like I wouldn't even put Oreo past doing that. Like some of these Oreos, it's like we're really going, like this is some Willy Wonka level type stuff. Like we're going to have a dandelion flavored Oreo. I wouldn't even be surprised if I heard about that. Yeah, this one is actually dog shit flavor. That's where we're just trying something new. Okay, this one's piss flavor. We're doing bodily fluids now. It's our new thing, new marketing. We're trying to get people's accumulated to a different taste, all right? The Western world doesn't have enough exposure to just different flavors, different types of stuff, all right? That's why this one is going to be like booger flavored. Like this is going to be our special limited edition booger flavored Oreo. So, and it's actually made with real boogers from the employees. This is disgusting now. I can't even say it. I'm just getting grossed out. So that was the last week's poll. Pretty kind of a little bit of a landslide on that one. So we'll read out the comments from last week's episode. So last week's episode was, what was the worst I hate to break it to you moment that you've had? First one comes from Phil Savannah. Grandma made me a dish every single week. My cousin thought it was amazing, and when she passed and was going through the recipe book for hours, when I asked what she was looking for, I had to break it to her that it was store-bought. Publix deli special. No way. She didn't believe me. I'm a bit of a prankster, so when she asked my aunt, I had to be there to see it on her face. Pterodactyl on. Keep it up, Luke. My bad for being MIA for the past few weeks, but good to catch up. Also, ravioli filled with Oreo wouldn't be too bad. See, this is what I'm saying. They're gonna get in... ravioli filled with Oreo. See, that one's the other way around. That's kind of devastating, though. If I found out like my grandma makes these really great Greek style ribs, if I found out that my grandma made those, I might have to disown my grandma. Like if I found out those were from the grocery store, I feel like my entire life would have been a lie. Like I don't know if I could look my grandma in the eyes again. I could be like, how could you have deceived me all of these years? You just kissed me on the cheek, came to all my basketball games, and gave me loving words of encouragement for years, and it's all for what? Just that you could lie to my face? What else are you lying about? Are those even... do you even love me? Like, are those even your... do you actually wear glasses, or are you just... was that a lie too? Is just everything a lie to you? Because I'm starting to doubt every single thing you've ever told me in my life. I really do. Yeah, I don't know if you love me. Next one comes from the Green Changeling. Lava Life, this was from last episode. Lava Life sounds like a store selling custom lava lamps. Want one shaped like the head of Darth Vader? Lava Life. Loved pet? Lava Life. Wall-to-wall Lava Life. Hotel? Trivago. For the would you rather, Oreo filled with ravioli sounds like the lesser evil. See, again, we're getting that one's a little bit of a split decision. Next one comes from Ghost. What's up, Luke? It's nice to hear that. I don't even hear stuff like that from my family, but hey, what can you do? Got to keep pushing through no matter how hard. Plus, you got to make things like this amazing podcast and some good ganja to smoke, some Zaza, and listening to your shows is an amazing way to to relax. Great episode. For the poll, wow, this is just like so stream of consciousness. For the poll, I chose both because they sound good to a ghost stoner like me. Stay ghostly and have a great week. And kids, don't do drugs till you're old enough. Yeah, okay. Holy crap. That is like... That feels like I just like you were just typing the letters and just the words just were spilling out of out of your mouth. Like I feel like I was like on a typewriter or something. Like I'm actively reading this as it's being typed. That was awesome though. Thanks a lot, Ghost. And then the last one comes here from a special little cat. And I don't really know what the meaning of this is. It's kind of cryptic. It's unimpressed face, sad emojis, question marks, comma, and then sleeping. I really don't know what that means. It is a little cryptic, but I don't know. We'll see. So I think that's all the comments we had. This was like a pretty slow week for comments, and we didn't have anything on the subreddit either. So, which is not always a bad thing because then we can get right into this week's brand new content. So I'm going to read off the Would You Rather for this week. So, would you rather... This one is kind of a tough one. I was really struggling with this. Would you rather be completely hairy or completely hairless? So, I mean, hairy kind of sounds nice, but then your body is full of hair. Like, it's just everywhere on your body. Like, that would be unbelievably annoying. And hairless is like no maintenance. But again, you're also hairless. Like you're just gonna... you just walk around like that Diddy Party baby oiled up, like shiny as hell walking around. So, I don't know. We'll have to kind of see how that one shakes out. So we're going to take a quick ad break and then we're going to hop into today's episode.
This episode is brought to you by PwC. When unprecedented times are all the time, it's time to start walking the talk. Leaders like you turn to PwC to see and stay ahead. Upskill your workforce, use intelligent automation, and transform big ideas into breakthrough reinvention. Explore the human-led, tech-powered solutions that help you reinvent. It's all part of the new equation. Learn more at pwc.com.
All right, folks, welcome back to this week's episode of the Red Asks Us podcast. So, as you can see from the episode title, what did the weird kid in your school do that you'll never forget? So we got some interesting ones. A couple of head turners per se. First one comes from Always Hungover. He was weird. It starts off with just he was weird as fuck. Okay, thanks. But he smeared dog shit on his bully's combination lock before school, and everybody called the bully shit hands for 2.5 years. That's kind of tough though. But I feel like that's almost a lose-lose situation because you had to pick that up and put it. It's like you're smearing out on his lock, and you're like, yeah, fuck this guy. But you're it's all over your hands. How else would you have I mean, I guess you could have worn a pair of gloves, but even still, I feel like that's kind of just disgusting. He's just, yeah, this will show him as it's all this dog shit's just up in your fingernails and it's all over your hands. It's like, oh, why does it smell like shit in here? Oh, dude, I played a massive prank, dude. I smeared dog shit all over Check's law combination. It's like, well, you didn't want to I don't know, wear gloves or something. I feel like, really, that was your go-to. That doesn't really sound like a very intuitive prank. It kind of sounds like you just got dog shit all over your hands. He's like, no, man, it's so funny. It's like, dude, I'm actually pretty sure that somebody, everyone watched you do that. I'm pretty sure he saw that. No one even, he just got them to cut the lock off. He literally didn't even touch it. It's like, oh man, if that would have worked out, that would have been fucking hilarious. It's like, well, you got shit. You have shit. You're the one with shit all over your hands, bro. It's kind of low key worse to be the guy who did it, because now everyone knows that you just picked up dog shit and were comfortable just smearing it. He even if he did touch it, he's gonna touch it for a half a second, you had to like pick it up and like go through this whole process. That's tough. Next one comes from No Performance 2440. He brought a whole rotisserie chicken to class and ate it like an apple during lecture. How do you even get the idea for this, bro? Like, are you that hungry? Like, you can't just wait until lunchtime? No one eats in class anyway. Like, this is, I mean, if this is high school, maybe this is college because it says lecture, but I mean, I can't get over picturing this kid here just at his desk and he's just munching on this chicken. And he's like, yeah, I'm in the middle of the lecture. I mean, that it's fine for you to eat in class, but I feel like this is pushing it a little bit. I think this might be over the limit here. I'm trying to teach a class, and you're eating a rotisserie chicken, and it's smelling up the whole place, and it's it's kind of loud. You're smacking while you're no, just go ahead. Lecture's great. I'm just trying to get my protein in. I skipped breakfast. I skipped dinner last night. Like I'm just hungry. Keep the lecture going. It's great stuff. I'm learning a lot. He's like, his greasy hands are writing with his pencil. His page just full of grease. It's like, can I see your notes? Never mind. Actually, those looks like you deep fried them. Like literally, like not even in a meme way. It looks like you actually stuck them in fry oil and just decided to, cook up your paper a little bit. Like, I understand that what you think you're writing is fire, what you think you're writing is heat, but I mean, I don't know if you really need the grease stains. I don't think that the grease stains is really pushing that narrative in the direction that you want it to. You know what's actually so funny? This reminds me when I was in high school. When I was in the 9th grade, my English teacher, he graded a bunch of our papers, and before he handed them back to us, he told us, he's like, I need to apologize for what you guys are going to see on your papers. As I was grading them, I was on my back porch enjoying some Doritos, and I'm sure you'll see by the pages of your papers that is evident. And I got my paper back, and there was just like hand printed Dorito stains all over my English paper. I was like, really? Like, how are you, first of all, why are you like grading papers while eating Doritos? I feel like those two activities are not super compatible. Like, you have to flip through pages. Like, why would it's like reading a book and eating Doritos, and you're just getting Dorito dust all over the pages. I feel like that's kind of like, how does that, like, yeah, let me, like, like, it's not like you're watching a movie. Like, I feel like watching a movie is like a better, or like you're watching sports or something is a better way to eat Doritos. Not while you're like reading actively, or like that's like gives me the same energy as like typing. It's like people will just like, oh man, I've seen people with just the nastiest computers because they'll eat and then touch their keyboards and all over their things. It's just like, this is disgusting. Like, my hand, I'm touching one of the keys on your keyboard, my hand just slips right off because there's so much Dorito grease all over your keyboard. Like, I feel like that the gaming is the worst for that, because people will be gaming and they'll be eating and then they'll be like touching their keyboards, like, click, 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 click. And then soon enough there's like ants all living and crawling outside of the keyboard. It's become a little cesspool for insects to little mice. It's like, no, the mice are actually super helpful. They clean my keyboard for me. This is the ecosystem, all right? This is how ecosystems works. This is like one of those like natural biological type, recyclable ecosystems. I game on my computer with my Dorito dust, and then the mice come in, they kind of lick it all up, clean it all up for me. It's like a reciprocal relationship we got going on. My room probably doesn't smell the greatest, but it's I leave food everywhere so that it all gets eventually cleaned up, because mice are hungry, so they're always looking for something to eat, and I'm giving back. I'm giving back to the community, okay? But yeah, that is so insane to eat an entire rotisserie chicken. Like, that's just not a snack. Like, I just don't know where you get that from. Like, as if he just thought this was just like a normal thing to do. He's like, well, literally what? Literally what? I'm just eating a rotisserie chicken. What, do you not like chicken? Do you not like rotisserie chicken? Come on, who doesn't like rotisserie chicken? I know not everybody in this class is a bunch of vegans, okay? I know that rotisserie chickens be like, this is good. You had it. Like, you get it from the grocery store. It's ready made. Come on, you can't tell me you don't want some of this. It's like, oof. I think I might have lost my appetite after watching you do this, to ever eat a rotisserie chicken ever again. Next one comes from Pikachu Bathwater. Why, folks? What is up? He used to get made fun of for having a Thomas the Tank Engine rolling backpack, so he set it on fire in the bathroom. Really, bro? I feel like that's just like... Again, like, this is kind of just... I feel like that is so sacrificial. Like, burning it? You needed to set it on fire? First of all, why did you set it off on fire at school? Like, was that just like a spur of the moment? It's like, well, I gotta get rid of this somehow. Who's got matches? You know? I always bring my lighter to school, but I never thought I was gonna actually have to use it. But, you know what? I'm fucking done with this backpack. I'm never using this backpack ever again. I've had it up to here with this backpack. It's got the little rollies on it, and everyone keeps making fun of me. So I'm just gonna burn it. All right? I'm gonna burn it, and I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it slowly burn. And it's got one of those little voice activated things. And Thomas the Tank Engine's voice talks to you when you press the button. And I'm just gonna play that over and over and watch it as it slowly deteriorates in just flames, engulfed in flames and melting plastic. So the voice is gonna get all distorted as it burns slowly. Fuck Thomas the Tank Engine. I just like really, you needed to burn it? I feel like that you literally could have just thrown it in the garbage can. There's school's garbage is everywhere. It wasn't enough, you needed to make this a spectacle. I'm surprised he just didn't do it in front of everybody. Like, if you're gonna go set it off on fire already, I feel like you might as well make it a thing. I have the Thomas the Tank Engine backpack, and here today, it will burn, and it will burn for eternity. Like, I feel like you might as well have made it into like a bigger thing, and everyone's kind of just shocked watching this backpack just burn, This will be the last day anyone ever makes fun of me for the Thomas the Tank Engine backpack. This is the day you will all remember as the day that Thomas burned. I feel like people would remember that instead of you just kind of quietly doing it in the bathroom. It's like, you know what? I'm going to burn my backpack, but I'm going to do it in the school bathroom because that's where you should go to burn stuff. That's where me and the boys, we're having a fire tonight, boys. We're getting s'mores, all right? We're doing hot dogs. We're doing bush pies. We're doing everything under the sun. We got a bonfire going on tonight. 8 p.m. school bathroom, be there. We're setting the whole fucking place on fire. Oh, man. Reply from according to Pi 1096. We had a lot of charity type things where we would donate school supplies to poor kids, and what ended up happening was the super gangster high schoolers walked around with Dora the Explorer backpacks, and it became a cool thing to do. That is kind of a cool thing. But if you're talking about super gangster dudes, I feel like that low-key makes them a little bit more intimidating. Because then it's kind of just like, it shows you how much these people actually don't give a fuck. Like, they will stab you. Like, I'm about to get stabbed. Like, he's coming up. He's like, yo, my backpack? You see this Dora the Explorer backpack? Yeah, I got a knife in here. And you know what's else in here? I got the map. And you know what the map's going to do? The map's going to tell me where you're at all times. So I can find you. I'm just going to come beat the living crap out of you, bro. It's like, wow. Okay, I feel like I'm a little bit more intimidated. Now I'm I don't know if I'm gonna let my children watch that show. I feel like I would be kind of scarred for life. Every time I see Dora or hear her voice, I'm just thinking about the brutal beatdowns that occurred to me in high school. It's like, yeah, explore this. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, the maps tell you where the ops are at. Okay. What the swiper? Watch me swipe you in the face, dog. I feel like, yeah, it might be low key more or high key more intimidating. Next one comes from JD054. Hit the school bully over the head with a mini baseball bat and split his head wide open. Jeez. The school bully was absolutely brutal, but I winced seeing it. A weird kid was charged with aggravated battery and expelled from the school. He ended up becoming a very successful diesel mechanic. He wasn't weird at all, but just didn't fit in what the school and suburb considered to be normal. Yeah, again, this is the thing, bro. I really think we need to be, before you go out and bully, I think we need to understand that these bullies, like, this is every time I think of this meme, it's like, it's the one where the, person's doing all this crazy, it's the, what is it again? It's like the Bugs Bunny meme, and he twirls his pistol and shoots the guy, and it's like, that's what makes me think of. It's like, these people are fully autonomous human beings. If you pick on somebody and they might have some issues, be prepared to get whacked with a baseball bat. Like, this is some Looney Tunes. Like, it literally is Looney Tunes. He's just like, I'm just picturing him just with the bat, just boink right on the head. That the goosebump just protrudes right from this dude's head. Like, I feel like you often forget. Like, it's, you might bully somebody with your words, but they have the power to pick up a baseball bat and swing it at your head. Like, I don't really, bullying to me, it really just doesn't, like, there are clearly no winners in that situation. Obviously, it's bullying, so there's no winners, but it's like, even for the bully, I feel like nowadays it's not as easy to bully people. I feel like a lot of people who get bullied, oh, you're gonna bully me? Watch me take a baseball bat to your forehead. Like, you bullying me is not gonna stop me from aggravating assaulting you. Like, this is kind of where it's not. I don't know if it's 1950 anymore. I don't know if the same pecking orders are there. I think these kids have realized, hey, why don't we just fight back? Why don't I just take a baseball bat to this guy's head? Like, oh, and sometimes these kids, depending, I don't know, like, I'm not gonna put a blanket statement on all these kids, but some of the weird kids, they got some the repression going on a bit of some anger issues. They're still sorting out, some of these kids. Not just, we're talking about a specific type of kid here. And you know the kid that I'm talking about. The anger problem's not always in check. Probably not the greatest person to bully. Because that sounds like it's got lifelong consequences for you. Next one comes from Hive Mind Alpha. Climbed into the first floor lab through the window in a chemistry lesson and posed dramatically at the door and announced, "Join me in the corridors of time," and left. This is just someone trying to be cool, and it's just annoying. Everyone's like, what are you doing here? We're just trying to learn. Like, I think you might have thought this was pulled off a lot better than you thought it was, but you just kind of made everybody in here just really uncomfortable. Like this was his version of just like trying to hit on this girl. This was like how he was gonna like propose to somebody. He's like climbing through the window. He's like, I thought we had chemistry together. I know I'm not in your chemistry class, but looks like we still have it together, with each other, and we're gonna like have that with each other, and we should get together. I fell. I did this multiple times. I think my leg is broken. I have shattered every bone in my lower body. But I do that because we should have chemistry together. Am I on the attendance list? Need a teacher? Well, probably not, but it's fine because we already have it together. So, want to be my prom date? It's like, yeah, considering you just kind of spied on me, creeped on me, trying to figure out what class I'm in right now. Like, we don't have any classes together. I don't even know you. This is kind of weird. I feel targeted a little bit. This feels a little bit invasive in my life. I think I've called the police on you. I'm pretty sure that you're the same person who's been stalking me. I think if I'm actually not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that I've got a restraining order out on you. It's like, don't even, yeah, like, it's trying to restrain my love. You can't restrain my love. Love can't be restrained. Love can't be tied down. Love can't be arrested and thrown into the back of a police vehicle and gone to jail. It's like, well, kind of. I mean, yeah, kind of. It can, because if the love is coming from you and you're a person, then you're going to get arrested. And your love will be, unfortunately, locked away. I don't know if it's going to be reciprocated. But that, again, is just, like, so weird. Bro thought he was so sick, and he just did not pull it off the way that you thought it. Everyone was just concerned. Everyone's just like, yeah, your like foot is on backwards, dude. He's like, no, it was sick. Like, join me in the fucking rivers and hands of time. And does anyone else feel nauseous? Yeah, I don't think that one hit the way you thought it was gonna hit, bro.
So what's it like to buy your first cryptocurrency on Kraken? Well, let's say I'm at a food truck I've never tried before. Am I gonna go all in on the loaded taco? No, sir. I'm keeping it simple, starting small. That's trading on Kraken. Pick from over 190 assets and start with the $10 in your pocket. Easy. Go to Kraken.com and see what crypto can be. Not investment advice. Crypto trading involves risk of loss. Cryptocurrency services are provided to U.S. and U.S. territory customers by Payward Interactive Inc., PWI, DBA Kraken. View PWI's disclosures at kraken.com/legal/disclosures.
Since 1979, TireRack.com has been helping people find the right tires for how, what, and where they drive. They sell only the best, like the full line of General Tires. Test results, ratings, and reviews are there to assist, or try the Tire Decision Guide to get a personalized tire recommendation. Tires ship fast and free to you or one of over 10,000 recommended installers. In many areas, they offer mobile tire installation. Shop General Tires at TireRack.com.
Next one comes from Dark Incorporated. He had a tooth he was able to easily remove and put back in for some reason, and would do it for a quarter. Surprisingly, I think he actually made quite a bit of money doing it, because I constantly saw people paying him so good, I guess. What the a removable tooth? Like, how are people paying to see that? That's nasty. Like, he's kind of just like, is that? But it maybe gives him the clout. Maybe it kind of gives him the clout. He's like, so babe, I'll remove my tooth for you today, free of charge. Oh my god! He's gonna remove the tooth free of charge for me. He's literally not even charging me a quarter. Oh my goodness! I think he's gonna ask me to be his wife. I think he's gonna ask me to marry him like that. Like, he charges everybody. Okay, he charges everybody. Samantha, he charged her. Okay, he charged her even more than 25 cents. It was actually he might even charge her $1. He upcharged her because he was so busy. But I know he's like, this is his busiest season. This is his busiest season. School's just about to go out. Busiest season. Everyone wants to see it before he's gone for the summer. And now he's going to do it for me for free. You think if I kissed him, I could just, like, stick my tongue in the hole where the tooth is? You think he would like that? That is so weird. Like, how do you even, like, why? Why do you think people are going to be amused by that? It's kind of concerning. It's like, you got to go to a dentist, man. I don't really think you should be having, like, removable teeth. We are 16 years old. Like, you're moving out, you're taking your teeth out? You got dentures or something? Like, I think this is bad. Like, this, you got some major tooth problems. I mean, it's for the hustle, though. It's for the hustle. That's how it might seem to you, because obviously you don't understand the hustle that I've got going on here, and that I've got that born and bred hustler's mentality, okay? I don't need no hustler's university for this. I'm moving up in the world. And, I'll be the CEO of everything. I'll literally be the CEO of literally every company. And you know what? I'm going to have no teeth doing it. It's like, well, I don't really think people are going to be very, I don't really know if you're going to be seem like the most approachable person if you just walk up to someone, even if you're wearing a suit, and you walk up to someone, you're going to shake their hand and you smile and you just have no teeth. I don't really feel that's going to leave a very lasting impression in somebody's mind, but I don't think it's going to be the impression you want. Like, yeah, more of them like me. No, me. This is me. I worked very hard my whole life to get where I am today. I wouldn't have done it without ripping out all my teeth. He's like, yeah, I think my success, he's equating his success with how many teeth he has. So he's thinking, if I want to make money, I literally have to just rip out all my teeth. And I don't know if that's really going to work the greatest for you. That's going to be, you might pop off on TikTok if you record yourself doing some crazy stuff like that. But I don't really know if that's sustainable. Like, you just got holes in the gums everywhere. I don't really think that's again, like a sustainable business model. I don't really know if ripping out the amounts of teeth you have are going to directly translate to business success. I'm no businessman, okay? I'm not on Shark Tank, right? I'm no Mark Cuban. But I'm pretty sure that no teeth does not correlate to performing well in the business arena. Next one comes from City, State. We were playing baseball. He was either on the first or second base. I can't remember. This is sorry to pause in the middle of a story. I had a comment, people not saying that they don't like when I do that. But again, sometimes these comments are so interesting. It's like, we were playing baseball. He was either on first or second base. I can't remember exactly. Okay, we don't he was either on first or second base. I can't remember. This is a comment. You can edit this. You can choose what to put in this. It's not like you're talking out loud. It doesn't, for the purposes of this story, where you're playing baseball, it doesn't, as the reader, it does not matter to me whether he was on first or second base. I'm not going to be sitting here being like, well, which one was it? Was it first or second base? You can't remember exactly what? Are we serious? How am I supposed to trust anything you tell me after this point then? How can I trust anything you say in this story after you literally said you can't even remember if it was first or second base? What is just a cow going to jump over the moon in your story? What's going on here? This is not hard-hitting journalism. What I'm looking for the truth, okay? I'm looking for the brass, we're getting down to brass tacks here. And about the factual matter of it. You can't remember if it was first or second base? How am I supposed to believe this story then? I can't trust anything you say. You could, if you would have just said second base or first base, I would have never known that you didn't remember what base that this person was on. I don't know. I find that stuff funny. Anyways, we were playing baseball. He was either on first or second base, and I was next to him. He said, "Watch this. I'm going to do something cool." He pulled his pants down and took a shit on the base. I was shocked, and no one else saw it. I didn't know how to act. I was speechless. The kid batting got a hit, and the kid who pooped on the base just ran to the next base, and the next kid went onto the base that had the poo on it and slid. And he was like, who shat on the base? Bro, I don't know if you can categorize as that is something cool. I don't know, something cool. I don't really know if that's cool. You know what would have been cool is hitting a home run. That's pretty cool in baseball. Just maybe even you just knew where this one was going and you caught it in the outfield. Watch this. I'm going to do something cool. Wow, that was really cool. I don't really know if I'd consider defecating on a base something that's very cool. Watch, this is going to be so sick, babe. So sick. You're going to love this, babe. You're going to love this. This prank is right up your alley. She was like, why? Why would you think that was funny? That was disgusting. I'm very off put. I feel like I want to I feel like I have to call someone. Like, do I have to call your parents? Like the police? Like someone's pooping on the baseball diamond, like on the plate? This is kind of like, I feel concerned. I kind of feel actually a little bit violated. I really did not want to see that. That was kind of just very disgusting and graphic and really not cool or funny at all. Like, he literally could have said, want to see something funny? Which would have been maybe a little bit more accurate. I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily have found that very funny, but, you know, I could see in his mind how he might have thought it was funny. But seeing something cool, I don't really know. Like, watch me do this sick thing. I'm gonna do something so cool. I'm gonna take a fucking shit. Like, I don't think that's very cool. Like that's just not a cool thing to do. You don't look very cool while taking a shit. I feel like that's like you look probably the least cool you could look in your entire life while going to the bathroom. Like everyone generally when they're going to the bathroom, if somebody walks in on them or catches them when they're going to the bathroom, forgot to lock the door or something, it's probably the most embarrassing moment. One of the most embarrassing moments in your life is when you like, you know, it's a roommate or a partner or whatever, even a sibling or your parents, and they just walk in on you like that. You forgot to lock the door. That's pretty mortifying. I don't really know how many dudes are like taking, you know, just look very cool. It's like, damn, did you see that guy shitting, bro? Yeah, bro, that was cool as hell, right? That was cool. He was taking a cool ass shit, bro. He was taking a cool ass dump. Like, that dump was cool as hell, dude. He looked so sick while taking that dump. Like, I was like, kind of like, yo, put me on, dude. Like, how do you take dumps that chill, bro? Like, that, even the dump was chill, bro. It was kind of hanging there. It was just like dope. It was like just, you know, it was fucking freeballing it, man. Like, it's kind of just, the poo itself looked relaxed on the base. It's just disgusting. Next one comes from Tang Cameo. Mouthed off to a teacher who got so angry he stormed down the aisle, grabbed the kid's desk, and slid it with the kid still sitting in it, all the way to the back of the class and made him sit there for weeks later. The same kid had a big brother who caught a fly in the library and popped it in his mouth and swallowed it. Oh. We later heard after high school that the kid was goofing around with a gun and accidentally gut shot his brother. Well, I mean, he just mouthed off to a teacher, and then the teacher slid him in the desk. I feel like that's kind of a little bit on the teacher. Like, I don't really know if that's like blaming on this kid might have been weird, but I feel like it's a little bit all across the line for the teacher to be like, you know, just fucking, this is how I'm just gonna shove you to the back of the class. Like this, I'm just gonna use my adult strength to just absolutely push this desk and slide it across the entire classroom. I don't really think that. I feel like that's kind of the over the line thing. You know, I said, yo, you got some weird pants on. What's up with those pants? You look goofy in those weird pants. You look like Goofy from Mickey Mouse in those pants. And you just, you know, it was close to a physical assault, what you got going on here. I feel like that's kind of a little bit on the teacher. But the eating the fly thing, that is so gross. That's like, I don't understand. Like, these kids, like, there's a little snack for me. Yeah, just want to do, I'm tasting the flies in the area. Yeah, I'm going through a sampling of all the flies in the area, and we're just going to give them a little taste, and we're going to comparative charts. You know, me and my brother, we just taste all the flies around and mosquitoes, and we taste the insects, and then we develop like a sort of tier list, kind of which ones are the best, which area of town has the best flies and the best mosquitoes. It's like, how do you even, why? Ugh. Like, who I don't really think, like, it's just, who are you impressing? I don't know who is necessarily who this is for. Like, sometimes people think that this is going to be like the people are going to think they're like edgy or weird. It's just like, or cool for doing something. It's like, oh, you're so edgy for eating a fly, for eating a disgusting insect. It's like, yeah, it's like people are going to be, this is going to be so dope. People are going to talk about this for years. This is my brand, okay? It's shock humor. And then you get sick, and you also understand that you just probably ate poo, like, off of a fly. Like, I don't understand the mentality behind doing stuff like that. It's for the shock value. It's like, yeah, you're going to be shocking your immune system. Yeah, you're going to get very sick. I don't really think flies are very nutritious or cleanly at all. Don't tend to regard flies as being like a very clean insect. Really, any insect for that matter. I don't regard them generally. I think insects actually tend to spread a lot of disease. I think we kind of spent a long time in human history kind of figuring out a lot of the ways diseases spread, and one of the major ones is through insects. I think we kind of moved past that era of, you know, we understand this kind of stuff now. Malaria is a massive problem. Malaria is like spread pretty much only through mosquitoes. We're moving backwards here. Bro's gonna give himself he's gonna get like a flesh-eating disease or some weird thing. Just be like, it was fucking worth it, man. Like, I shocked the hell out of them. Like they didn't even know what to do with themselves. They were so shocked. God. Oh, I'm riding this high, man. I feel like I'm on a fucking roll, dude. This was exhilarating. Next one comes from Chris GE58. We had this kid in class that was bullied through high school. Me and 3 others were the only people to talk to him, treat him as a normal human being. The principal knew all about the bullying and never did anything about it, but the kid never snapped. Instead, he just started an anonymous online blog where he'd post all the details about the bullying school-wide, and the principal called him into his office. The kid invited the local newspaper to join him. They wrote an entire article about it, and the principal had to step up to save the school. The bullying also stopped. This sounds like a Netflix miniseries. The bullying also stopped, and the kid was able to be weird again and could pick his nose and eat it without being bothered. Oh, cool kid. I think he works at Apple now. Well, that's journalism. I'm not surprised that this kid, had a bright future. He turned bullying into what could be a successful, like a 8-part series on Netflix. How I pretended to be eating boogers. It's like, well, the kid the whole time was just normal. He was just doing a bullying investigation. He just wanted to get bullied, and he's like, finally, I don't have to eat boogers anymore. It's like, wait, you didn't have to eat your own boogers, right? You didn't have to do that. You could have just told people you were, or just acted like you were. It's pretty easy to like dig your finger in your nose and then just put it in your mouth, and nothing's actually on your finger. Like, you didn't actually have to. You didn't have to pick out the boogers and eat. Like, you did that when no one was looking. It's like, no, man. I'm just trying to embody the character. Oh shit. Oh, I ate so many boogers. No. It's worth it. You got to play the role, man. You got to commit to the role. It's all about just embodying the character. You gotta. How am I supposed to live like? Christian Bale got super skinny for The Machinist. Have you seen that movie? He's like hella skinny. It's like terrible. It's like I was doing the same thing. I was, eating my boogers and just, like picking my butt and sniffing it in front of other people. Cause you just had to it's all about just being the person. You have to believe you are the character. Okay. It's like, I don't think that you had to be doing all that. I think there are better ways to go about that. But it's kind of sick though. Like, what if he dropped the Netflix series and it's just like, yeah, I'm not as nerdy as you would have thought. Sometimes being a nerd actually pays off, because I just sold this Netflix stock to Netflix, and I just made about $1 million. So yeah, sometimes it does pay off to be the weird kid. It does. That's why I didn't shower for all 4 years of high school. Because you know what? I'll shower when I have $1 million. It's like, well, there's ways of pulling that look off, but not smelling terrible. Next one comes from KMF Full Monty. What is that? I feel like that's some sex thing. He was a rancher's kid, and he showed up on the high school campus in a front loader filled with bagels. Literally hundreds of bagels, and poured them out on the central terrace. 6-foot high pile of bagels. He parked the whole thing in the back lot and walked back to his pile of bagels just to start chucking bagels at people. He started a bagel fight that was legendary. Why the bagels? I don't understand the bagels. What's why? I feel like that's water balloons, or like if you're going to be throwing things, where did you get all these bagels? That seems really expensive. I feel like there's a lot cheaper options. He's like, yeah, loser. Here, have this bagel, part of a nutritious breakfast. Part of a well-balanced whole wheat nutritious breakfast. How do you like that? Here's a bagged lunch. I'm going to throw this at you, loser. It's a bagged lunch. It's got all the food from every food group in there. Yeah, loser, eat it. Be healthy. It's like, I can't tell if you're being nice or if you're being mean. Like, no, screw off, loser. Nutrify your body, man. Your body's a temple, so treat it like that. Treat it with some respect. It's like, are you? I feel like you're giving me good advice, but you're calling me a loser. What is it? I feel I'm kind of getting mixed messages here. Am I not supposed to eat this lunch? Do I not eat these bagels? What did I just say? It's what a well-balanced, whole wheat, nutritious breakfast. I made these all this morning, loser. Like, wow, you went through a lot of work to call me a loser and then promote a healthy breakfast. These are whole wheat bagels. These are really good. Where did you learn to make bagels like this? It's my grandma's recipe, bro. It's my grandma's recipe, you freaking ding-dong. Like, wow, okay, well, good for you. She had an industrial-sized oven. She let me cook it in. Fucking weirdo. It's like, okay, well, you could start a business, man. Like, these are really great bagels. I just don't understand why bagels. That seems like such an expensive prank. Let's maybe read off one more, and then we'll call it a day. Last one here comes from Lil Sebastian's #1 fan. There was a girl. Lil Sebastian, what is that from? Is that Parks and Rec? I think so, yeah. There was a girl in high school who would hiss at people and carry around a stuffed pumpkin. She told me that I was fun to bully because I was too nice and wouldn't do anything about it. New low when you get bullied by the weird kid. See what I'm saying? Like, group dynamics these days are changing. All right, that's not the same. This is like that scene in 21 Jump Street where they're like, he's like, here are the nerds, and those are I have no idea what those people are. It's like, those are the nerds who bully you. It's like the same kids are the hackers. They're like, no one will ever mess around with those hacker kids because they will actually drain every cent out of your bank account. They will hack into your bank account, steal your credit card, and like, it's just, these kids are too smart nowadays, man. It's just, I mean, no one should. I'm not advocating for bullying here, but what I am saying is you can't underestimate a single person because they might just, publicize your social security number, or just decide that, you know what, I don't have to take this, and smoke you over the head with a friggin' baseball bat. Like, this is like, when did people could just realize, oh yeah, like, I am a fully autonomous person. I can do whatever I want. Boink. All right, folks, we're going to cap it off there for today. Thank you all so much for tuning into the Reddit Ask Us podcast, the podcast where we read and react to comments from r/AskReddit. Remember, if you're listening to this podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever else you get your podcast, please leave us a rating, and also leave us that gorgeous review. And please go ahead and join our subreddit. Make sure to answer this week's Reddit question. I will read it aloud in the next week's following episode. I love each and every single one of you. Peace out. Love you.